So welcome, Vijay. Welcome to Founder Talks, and we are glad to have you as our first guest on Founder Talks Germany. And we would like our viewers to know more about you. Welcome to Founder Talks. Tell about yourself.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Ajay, for having me here. Founder Talks is already doing a great job in and around India. And now for you to set footprints in Germany and to invite me as your first guest, I'm really honored and humbled. Myself, Vijay, coming from Chennai originally, and then moved to Germany 8 years back. Since then, I'm living here in Munich. Did my master's here, worked with companies like Volkswagen and Siemens, and founded BitsCrunch. So it is a blockchain analytics company, and I'm the founder and the CEO of BitsCrunch. So yeah, good to be sharing my knowledge and expertise with Founder Talks and the community that you have. So yeah, looking forward to the session.
So Vijay, what about your education? You said you did masters in education and your jobs in Siemens. So what was your job portfolio and how you moved from job to entrepreneurship?
Mm-hmm. So I did my bachelor's in India. I mean, all my years, I did my schooling and bachelor's back in India. And then I moved to Germany to do my master's in electrical engineering. So from a bachelor's degree in India to a master's degree in Germany was a bit challenging initially. And then from there, I started working with Telefónica initially, and then moved to Volkswagen, and then to Siemens. So this graph has been say challenging and at the same time interesting, and I've let's say done a pretty good job in most of the areas that I have been through. So we can call it that way.
So you have been through many things. So you started your career as a core technical in data analytics. So give your experience about that.
Yeah, so data analytics has been my strength. One can call it that way, because when I started back in 2012 or 2013, I still remember there were very less resources for data science or data analytics. Because even now, people are looking after data analytics courses, right? Data science courses. But back in 2013, 8 years back, it was very minimal. So I had to go to libraries in Germany. I had to visit a lot of websites for resources. So with that, I was able to grab a lot of information, and that has given me, let's say, this challenging career, a good platform for the launch. So from being a core technical who can understand what technical side is, and now moving on to the management side, it is easy for me to, let's say, balance out things. It is easy for me to see how things are panned out from a technical perspective. I can think from their shoes, from the shoes of technical team. So that has been a good leverage, I would say.
So when you started, what was the idea? You started BitsCrunch. So tell about that as well, and tell what was the idea behind why you started this.
Yeah, people always confuse BitsCrunch with cryptocurrencies. So we are definitely not that. I would like to clear out the air. BitsCrunch is still a data analytics company or blockchain analytics company that helps figure out business insights on blockchain. So when I was doing data analytics with Volkswagen, it was automotive. With Siemens, it was trains. And I did a lot of other data analytics projects as well. So I wanted to focus a particular niche, and that is when we found the blockchain is one of the areas that is doing really good, right? So that is also the reason why we started BitsCrunch. And even in blockchain, we started focusing on NFTs, non-fungible tokens. Probably I'll get back to it later on. It is again a wide range of topic. But yeah, I wanted to focus on a niche area, and that is the reason why BitsCrunch was born.
Okay. So as you said, mention NFTs. We want to know more about NFTs, that how NFTs work and what is the analytic process which you do in BitCrunch.
Yeah. So at BitsCrunch, NFTs, non-fungible tokens, they are digital assets, right? I mean, anything can be a digital asset. Let's say if founder talks as a community, you can value that as a digital asset. You can release NFTs and you can ask, uh, you can go meet that person. Whoever who holds the digital tokens can come and meet you. That is one of the use cases.
Okay.
So let's say Sachin Telkar puts an autograph on paper, right? The same if he does it on digital ways. Let's say if it is digital, people will go for it. And let's see, let's say if uh, if some person owns 100 NFTs from Sachin announces that top holders of his NFTs can come and meet him. Would that be nice, right? So these are options that digital assets can provide, and we are living in a digital era. We are living in a digital era, so for sure, digital assets are going to stay here.
So as you mentioned, what are the futures you see and what are the practical applications of NFTs which you see are more prevalent these days?
Yes. So arts is one of the trending topics in NFTs right now. So let's say people use art exhibitions to showcase their arts in previous days. But now, since we live in a digital era, it is easy for anybody to showcase their talents, right? Virtually, they can sell arts. It has become that easier. You might have heard of the famous NFT sale that went for $69 million.
Mm-hmm.
There is just a JPEG and in some people's terms, but to me it has a lot of value. So NFT arts is prominent, and apart from that, gaming is one sector that NFTs can grow because I see a lot of people go buy tokens on NFTs, right? Go buy tokens on gaming. Say people used to play PUBG, people used to play a lot of other games, but at the end of the day, they uninstall the game and that's it. You don't get anything out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But that is where NFTs come into play. If you play a game, you can own an NFT and you can sell that NFT. So nothing is lost when it comes to blockchain gaming and NFT gaming.
Okay.
So gaming and arts, and apart from that, there are multiple other options. Like I said, it is a token for you to meet somebody. It is a token. Movie tickets can be an NFT. Football tickets can be an NFT. So there are plenty.
Yeah, I heard some companies are also doing that. Some companies, they sell their tickets and they can transfer the ownerships. So how do you validate NFTs and what is the process?
Yeah, so at BitsCrunch, what we do is we check for integrity. We check if a particular NFT has been wash traded, has been inflated, just like that, right? It happens everywhere. It is not just in NFTs or Web2 or Web3. So let's say Ajay mints an NFT. You send it to Vijay. Vijay sends it to somebody else. Over these three transactions, we inflate the price from 10 rupees to 1000 rupees. This is happening at this moment. And we at BitsCrunch, we are making sure that somebody doesn't inflate the price of an NFT. That is one thing. And wash trading, we limit wash trading to an extent. And also we find the fair price estimation of NFTs. Because right now, if Ajay mints an NFT, Ajay determines the price.
Okay.
So we want the AI to help uh, hundreds of Ajays in this
So
use case.
digital assets can be easily copied. What is the process you follow? Like how do you see if the transaction is authentic or it is a fake?
Mhm. Because blockchain is open. Blockchain is open source, so data is available on chain. You can see each and every transaction of an NFT when you look at the chain. So that is where I think let's say we have built a knowledge graph that has connected us nicely so that we look at each and every transactions of NFTs. So with that, it is easy for us to find out the data points, find out who is malicious, which trade is malicious, and a lot of insights from there.
Okay, so what is the use case of BitsCrunch? As I heard that you provide protection data analytics. So what is your user base and who would like to connect with you if they want?
Yes. So we have products for B2B and B2C. So when it comes to B2Bs, we have Rarible and Polygons as our customers. And apart from that, we have so many other smaller players as well. And for customers as well, we let users decide which NFTs to buy. Right? Because there are plenty of NFTs, there are millions of NFTs out there. And BitsCrunch will let you know which NFTs can be purchased, which can be bought, which cannot be bought. So that is the decision making that we enable to people.
Okay, that is wonderful. And I heard you were the first one to provide a TED Talks in Germany. So how was the experience? Can you share more about it?
Yeah, it was a great experience, to be honest, because me being invited as a TEDx speaker here in Germany was something that I haven't dreamt of in the past. But it was a great experience with so much of knowledge around, so much of professors around. I felt like I should deliver a good talk. So the pressure was there, the responsibility was there, because the moment the video goes out, the first TED talk, it has already crossed 130,000 viewers, I guess, across the globe. So you cannot have control over what you talk, right? I mean, it's there out on the web, available 24/7. People can go look at it, appreciate it, and they can also, let's say, criticize it.
Yes.
So it's a double-edged sword, and yeah, that experience, I would say, it has transformed me a lot. You can call it pre TEDx and post TEDx Vijay. That is how I see it.
Mhm.
So yeah, it was an amazing experience.
So some people want to start their business, and what is the advice which you like to give to someone who want to like settle from India to other country and start their business there, because the home conditions will not be with them. So how difficult it is for them?
For anybody who starts planning to start a business, I always go in favor of them, because I got into business pretty late. And I would say at 30, I got into business, and I strongly recommend people to get into business even much faster, much earlier than myself. So fail fast and learn fast is what I can clearly tell. And for business, for to run a business in abroad is challenging. Like you said, here in Germany, German language is pretty important, and that is also the reason why it is not so easy to run a business abroad, away from your country, because you need to understand the cultural barriers, understand the language barriers, and on top of it, the work culture, the work methods are completely different. So yeah, challenging, but yeah, enjoying it.
Okay, so how many people are with you in this mission?
So we are a team of 18 right now. We have grown big after the last funding. We got so many customers, so many clients, so many users to our platform. So now we have grown a team of 6x. We started with a team of 3, and now we are 18.
Mhm.
And we will also expand after our further round of fundings.
Okay. So you can give some hint to our viewers as well. I find a question like, how do startups raise fund? So for seed funding, I would like
Uh,
to ask question about seed funding to you.
Raising funds is always tricky. I mean, from a founder's perspective, it is always tricky to because you need to know the right time, and to meet the right people that can add a lot of value to the project. Because if you look at BitsCrunch growth, it was established in 2020 in India, but we took a year to raise funds. We took literally a year. That can be totally different with some other founders. Some other founder can directly raise funds from the first month itself. So it depends. It depends from person to person. But uh, for every founder, I would say participate in competitions. Get your brand out. Try to win hackathon, for example, a competition, for example. There are a lot of competitions out there for startups. Find them and do a good job there. That will, let's say, that will open up a lot of doors for the investors.
So
Yeah,
first thing is get your brand in the reach of people so that you are noticed.
yeah, exactly. I mean, you have to get the brand out, right? Branding is very important here. So in our case, uh, we are runners up of one of the hackathons. We won one of the hackathons. So that is how we evolved as a startup. So go out there, enroll with hackathons or competitions, present your project there, and get a lot of inputs and groom your idea. That is how you do it.
So tell us about your awards as well. You have been awarded with many awards in India as well as in Germany. So we would like to know about your accomplishments as well.
I mean, awards, I see it as more as a result of the process. I mean, I'm a big fan of MS Dhoni. Uh, I mean, like he tells, to trust the process. I strongly believe in that because you have to keep the equation simple. So never worry about what is going to happen next month, what is going to happen next year, or what is going to happen in 5 years. Trust the process. Build a strong community, build a strong network, create visibility, focus more on product because product can bring traction, not you or not the founder or not myself. If the product of BitsCrunch is good, people will automatically enroll, right? So Uber or Ola, they started with 6 or 7 rides on the first day, but now they are doing million rides across the globe. That is because of the solid product. So invest most of your time in the product, get the product out, let people use it, take the feedback, take the criticism, because that is what most of us fail to do. Somebody criticizes, take it and improve it. That is the loop that one should follow.
And many people are willing to get into blockchains and NFTs. So what is your advice for them who want to invest into NFTs and blockchains, cryptocurrency?
Investing is one thing that I would strongly advise not to do in the initial stages. Only if you have a solid knowledge, only if you closely follow any particular project, you can invest. That is my take on investments. Whatever it is, be it Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever project that is out there, only if you start following the project, follow the founders, follow what they do, follow the product releases, follow the roadmap, that gives you clarity. It is not the market because market is always up and down. Today it can be $5, tomorrow it can be zero.
My
Right?
question was actually about the investment of their human resources. If they want to learn and coding in,
Ah, okay.
I was not talking in monetary terms, but
Okay.
it's okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
tell us
investment
about
on themselves
they
is
want to learn
great.
about NFTs and they want to learn the blockchain technology. So how they can start and is there any future in it? The future is there, but I would like to know it from you.
Yeah, investing on oneself is always a great uh, value add because if you invest on some random coins, that is a lot of time you need to put in a lot of effort. But rather, I would say invest on yourself, find a lot of resources. I mean, resources are limited. Right now, there is not a plenty of resources for blockchain and NFTs out there. So try to get as much as knowledge through YouTube or through platforms like Udemy, Coursera, and other platforms, and try to go for certifications. There are universities that provide masters on blockchain. So explore options. The world is not limited. So one has to look out for multiple options, multiple ways to learn. Yeah.
Okay. So Vijay, let's conclude on this note. It was very interesting insight which you gave on NFTs and blockchain. And we wish BitsCrunch a very great future. And we are honored to have you as our first guest on Founder Talks German.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Ajay. And keep going. You're already doing a lot of great work for the community. And I wish you expand across the whole Europe and the world. Best wishes to the team.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Vijay.
Thanks. Bye.